a fly on the wall for? Mishmash is where we take different topics and throw them into one so you get everything you need to know to kick off your week.
I'll go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and not because I want to watch Tom Brady or the host of players that surround him. I just want to listen to Bruce Arians. You know, I was looking up some of my favorite Bruce Arians quotes. Here we go. Here's one.
Let's go.
You can die at any moment doing anything. I mean, so why not do what you love? If I die on game day, have a drink, celebrate. Next one. I never want to be a father figure to my quarterbacks. I've got my own kids. I want to be that cool uncle you'd have a drink with, okay? Next one.
And he is.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Uncle B.A.
Exactly. The last one, you learn a lot about human nature in a bar. So, of course, he loves to have a drink or two. You know, Kyle Brandt does his famous Bruce Arians. He says, if we lose, we move, baby. And that's it. So here's the thing. He might talk about having drinks and kicking it in the bar, but the real question is, how do you raise the bar? And how do you talk to these guys in a way that can motivate them? Because they just had one of the greatest seasons ever, and that ring is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
So how do you motivate those guys? Well, not to mention, most of them are under deals. So it's not like they need to play for money or a Super Bowl.
That's a great point.
Sean, you can speak on it a little bit more than me, but I would love to hear what Bruce, in his crazy quotes, will say to his team.
Nate, you answered your own question. How do you raise the bar? You win a ring, and then now you raise the bar.
See, we're still talking about
and
bars.
Celebrating the ring at the bar. It's all there.
Mai tais,
This feels like a
bars.
bar. Is this a bar or a table?
I wish it was a bar.
This is a bar.
James,
what do
you go.
I'm going to go with, when you think about fly on the wall, what are you thinking about? Seeing things that we're not privy to, right?
Course.
That the fans don't get to see, the media don't get to see. I want to be with the Los Angeles Rams, and I want to be in those meetings where Sean McVay's drawing up stuff like the mad scientist for this arm talent that he has in Matthew Stafford, right? What is going on between him and Matthew Stafford to where you can sit in that room and watch that mind go to work, and you look at all the talent that's around him. They think this is a guy that's going to give it to every single skill position player out there. He's going to spread the wealth. You're going to see Deshaun Jackson on motions and sweeps and all the different things they want to do with this offense. I would love to see what that's like getting put together. Oh, and at the same time, let's see two of the biggest freak athletes on the planet in Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
There you go. Now you
Let's
got
see
me.
what could happen on a Wednesday. Just, you know, when a couple of guys are shooting the breeze and Aaron Donald does something and you're like, oh my God, did you just see that?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it has everything going on right there.
Yeah.
And a Super Bowl or bust.
What a baldy mooch answer out of James Palmer. I didn't see that coming. What do you got?
I like it. Listen, I'm gonna give me the New Orleans Saints. I think when you look at Sean Payton and what he has to deal with right now in training camp, no Drew Brees. Okay, fine. We've got two quarterbacks that are coming in. They're going to compete, right? Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. The thing that makes this interesting to me is that this is not two quarterbacks that are coming in to learn the offense for the first time. They both have been there. They know the offense. They understand it. So this is going to be like a true physical competition, right? Who physically can play this position better? Mentally, who can handle and take care of the football? Now, you just got thrown a wrinkle with Michael Thomas being injured, so things are a little bit tougher for Jameis or for Taysom if you're going to be that guy. But I just think this is going to be a really interesting training camp for Sean Payton for this whole offense. I think they have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL right now, and they're going to need to lean on them along with Alvin Kamara. But I think the Saints, to be in their training camp and to be able to kind of see how Sean Payton, and shout out to Pete Carmichael Jr., who always kind of gets left out of the conversation when it comes to the offensive gameplay. He is an offensive genius, and he has been the stalwart with Sean Payton right at his side. I was with him in Cleveland early on in my career. Great guy. And
he's going to have to be that
curious to see
without Michael Thomas.
Yeah, they're going to have to get even more creative than we've seen in the past.
I mean, his job is to put whoever the quarterback is in the best position to succeed. Quite a hole on that depth chart after Michael Thomas. We'll talk about the Saints in just a couple of minutes here on NFL Network right here on Good Morning Football. But over to NFL.com, guys, Jim Trotter released his preview of the 2021 NFL season with a storyline to follow for all 32 teams. I read it last night. Go check it out. It's great. It's easy. It's quick. It'll get you set for training camp, which kicks off tomorrow right here on NFL Network. But I want to know what 2021 NFL storyline. I'm taking Aaron's. Aaron is off the table, people. I don't want to hear about Aaron Rodgers. He's out.
Okay.
What is the most entertaining outside of that?
I'll go with Saquon Barkley. Saquon watch. What's going on with him? You know, we love the pictures of him. We love the photos of him. Kyle Brandt last week said, I don't want to see any more pictures of his quads or his legs. I want to see him on the field.
It's fair.
And he came out recently and said, I don't know when it'll be. I know when I'm on the field, I'm going to be 110%. He basically said, I'm taking it day by day. But just watching him and seeing like how healthy he is, because I do feel like he's an absolute game changer. And he will be the best thing for Daniel Jones if he is healthy. And not to mention, if he's as dominant as he once was, he could be the best running back in all of football this upcoming season. With the way that he runs in between tackles, and more importantly, catches out the backfield.
I don't know why Kyle's tired of those pictures. I could look at those pictures all day. You look at these legs, I take 2 steps and then my shorts move. So I'm jealous of those quads. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to go down to Tampa Bay. Nate had him on the first one. I'm going to have him on this one. I think this is going to be a team we're going to analyze more every Monday than any other team in all of football because of everything Nate laid down on the first one, where they were able to go do something last year that was remarkable. They bring everybody back. We've never seen it. And you have the greatest, ask Charles Barkley, athlete of all time going to get a repeat. Last guy to do it was him, so he knows it. How does he motivate this group? How does he make sure that there's no fall off week in and week out? How does he and Bruce Arians, aside from the bar jokes, handle this team throughout the season? They'll be the most talked about team every Monday in the NFL this year.
Yeah, certainly entertaining, especially if they're going to continue to pump out videos like that. Tom Brady throwing the jugs machine. Look, I think, you know, we all love the quarterback drama, the situations. For me, it's Jimmy G and the 49ers. Not just Jimmy G, but for the 49ers offense and for Kyle Shanahan to bounce back from last year, what they went through was unbelievable. I mean, they were away from their families, away from their homes for, I think, 6 weeks of the season. So just a season to forget for the 49ers fans, staff, players. But for Jimmy G, this is going to be huge. Now, he's always been scrutinized, you know, throughout his career. But this year in training camp, every single throw is going to be measured. Every incompletion, every interception is going to be scrutinized. And I'm looking forward to seeing Jimmy G show up and perform. I think players love competition. Great players rise to that competition. And I think for him, we're going to get the best Jimmy G we've ever seen. And I think for the 49ers, that could be a good thing. But there will still be that intrigue. What is Trey Lance bringing?
Yeah.